the JPOG style park I built. Now this park not only has JPOG creatures, but also the few creatures in this game, Jurassic World Evolution, that were cut from JPOG. So things like Dynonycus and Albertosaurus. So yeah, so this is the start. We've got a little landing pad, and if you look around, you know it's all this, and then what's that? Oh my god! So it's like it's open kind of. So you can see the Brachiosaurus there, and it's paused. We're off to a good start. Okay. So yeah, I'm just going to be giving a tour of the park, and look at it beyond majestic, beautiful. Yeah, I'll just be giving a tour of the park, and we'll be discussing things like let's start. Tomorrow's video is either going to be a thingy, anyway, more about this park actually first. So it's a lot of redwoods. This was complicated. So you've got Brachiosaurus in here, as you can see, beautiful, using the Jurassic Park skin, 1993 skin. So yeah. Then yeah, so tomorrow's video is going to be I'm getting confused. Alright, so redwoods. It's a proper redwoody themed park, right? Kind of. And that's another Brachiosaurus. Alright, so now we'll go on to tomorrow's video. Tomorrow's video is either going to be the next man-eater video. I've just been busy, that's why that hasn't hello one here. That's why that hasn't come out. And that, or it'll be a Avengers beta video where I unlock the Fortnite pickaxe thing from that, the Hulk smasher thing. So yeah, I just gotta edit those. I'm probably gonna do that later today. Other thing is I've decided that I'm gonna start doing Jurassic World Evolution style like documentary things again. I don't know, I saw other YouTubers doing it, so I was like, you know, I got inspired. I was like, yes, I can do this. And yeah, that's going to start with the Ballad of Big Al. Finally, that's gonna take a while to do because I'm gonna have to get a lot of footage and have to edit all that together, and it's gonna take a while. So I'm not sure when that's gonna come out, but just know it's gonna happen. And I've got some of it. I've got like the first minute of it, but we're talking something that's probably going to be at least about 20 minutes long. At least, and they're going to walk through each other, aren't they? Don't you dare. Don't you ruin my immersion. Yeah. I love how Frontier for some reason doesn't consider this a bug and has never fixed it, even though collision is not something hard to develop. JPOG had collision. Come on, Frontier. Pull yourself together. And the thing is, they have collision in the game. They have like responsive animations and all that. They have the dinosaurs have collision with the humans. I think you guess they have collision with vehicles. They've always had collision with vehicles. Now they have even more like I guess advanced collision, where it, you know, they could get damaged. I know you could use the exact same techniques they've used there on dinosaurs. They could, you know, you could just, well, not just collision, but things like dynamic hunting. You know how like things with the, this is Cerratosaurus Enclosure, by the way, and as you can see, this part's supposed to be, at least some parts of it, supposed to be a bit more open. So like this. And like over there. That's what I love doing. I love putting hotels in front of them, so that it's like, I don't know, it's just cool. Especially with the Jurassic Park thing. You can't really do it with the Jurassic World thing, because you can't have lights, which really annoys me. I think they should definitely have added lights and summer decorations to the Jurassic World stuff. Yeah, look at them. I love the Dinosaurs. They're very cool. They're very accurate in their morphology as well. What I found funny though was people were really surprised at how big Dinosaurus is, but it was weird because I don't get why they would think they were so small. Because at least the bigger Dinosaurs have always been like pony-sized. Pardon me. Anyway, so moving on. Down here We have Velociraptor Bannock, I believe. There you are. We're gonna don't question the like health and safety risks of this. It's fine, believe me. And yeah, and in we've got like all the different skins. There's blue at the back. Anyway, back to what I was on before about the collision. Yeah, with like dynamic hunting, you could very easily have it be like in JPOG, where things charge at, you know, predators charge at, you know, the prey. They do an animation. The animation, you know, if it hits the hitbox, the prey does a responsive animation. Probably not like a JPOG where it falls over. That was a bit meh. But if it just kind of like flinched, right? Kind of like an arc. Yeah, even something like an arc, the hunting mechanics and that kind of thing in arc would be better than waiting for him to just stand still and all that. It's very annoying. And obviously arcs like stuff like that is a bit meh. I love that skin. That thing is so cool. All these skins are some of them. Even Blue. Blue is definitely my favourite. Actually, no, it's Charlie. Charlie's probably my favourite of the Raptor Squad skins. I just love how green she is. She's great. That's literally just there for it's on Sandbox, so that's just there for yeah. Anyway, so moving down. Here we have the Dynonycus. These were cut from JPOG, but they were going to be added. I think the only cut dinosaur that we don't have is Ornithomimus and Deinonychus. I was gonna add Struthiomimus to as like a like pseudo Ornithomimus, but I decided not to. So yeah, there we go. The Deinonychus really has grown on me. I mean, I don't like the tail like fan. I like the crest. The crest is okay. The tail fan's a bit mean. But yeah. But no, about the collision. So it'd be quite easy for them to have like dynamic hunting, because they have it for the vehicles, and the vehicles lose health as they get hit. So it is literally dynamic hunting. Just hey, that's the Jurassic Park thing, and I think the gate's down here. We'll see that in a sec. Etc. The skull looks a bit weird, doesn't it? Actually, I think the middle hole, the antorbital fenestra, I really hope that's right, is a bit too far. Got him. Got him. that just looks like, oh my, alright. But yeah, the antorbital fenestra looks a bit too far forward. But anyway. So yeah, I don't see why they can't add dynamic hunting, or at least when they make the sequel, because that's a thing. Well, going back by this one leak, that's extremely trusted because it's got literally everything right. So it's even got things right that weren't actually added to the game, but that were data mined. The Pachyrhinosaurus, I think, was one of them, and the Chironosaurus. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Cerratosaurus replaced the Pachyrhinosaurus, because the animation's probably quite similar, because of how thing would attack. Anyway, let's get in parked up. I didn't see any dinosaurs here. That's the Sauropod Enclosure behind there. I'm not seeing anything, so actually let's go here. Let's go to this hotel. Anything here? Anything? No? You see anything over there? Oh yes you can! There's a Camarasaurus. Beautiful. I always like the Camarasaurus in JPOG. They're always one of the funner things. I'm back over it. Alright, one second. Let's get there. Parasaurus again. But no, yeah. So, another thing that's an issue with this game. This game has a lot of issues. Probably because it was rushed, but some of them are just, I'm starting to think Frontier's a bit lazy. Because some of the issues are in, what do you call this one? In Planet Sim. Like the, you know, shoddy transitions into animations where like creatures just kind of like plod about for a second and then turn. There's Pachycephalosaurus and Homalocephaly in their little deserty crag enclosure, which I think looks quite nice. Alright, approaching the gate. What they got in their king car? Reference. Anyway. Very cool, very cool. Alright. Dilophosaurus. A beautiful but deadly addition to Jurassic Park. Find them. There's one. Another thing that annoys me about this game is the Dilophosaurus being tiny, even though they really shouldn't be. Because in canon they're like decently sized. I think they're a little bit smaller than real life Dynonycus, at least if we're going by the Jurassic World hologram. Not Dynonycus, Dilophosaurus rather. Yep. I made this enclosure quite lush and dense. I quite like it. And you go across this hill on the track. It's quite cool. I'm quite proud of it. I think this is probably the best looking park I've ever done. It's probably the most unique enclosure. Because I watched Evolution Square's video about how to make it into biomes. And so like this one we're going into is more like swampy. And this is supposed to be, so we've got Hadrosaurs, we've got Cerratops, we've got Ankylosaurs. This is supposed to be like a recreation of Hell Creek. You know, and I've got a lot of issues with this game, like the sizing for a lot of the dinosaurs is completely off, especially the Ceratopsids. Most of the Ceratopsids are oversized, because they've just been made to fit the Triceratops model. The Torosaurus, I think, is about the right size, because it's similar size to a Triceratops anyway. But the Stegosaurs are all completely wrong. Every Stegosaur, except Stegosaurus itself, is extremely oversized. Hello. Is it gonna... Whoa. With music, okay. I love the Torosaurus. They're probably one of my favourite, dinosaurs in the game, just because they're basically like a realistic version of the Triceratops, which I quite like. Plus, Torosaurus were one of the 3 Ceratopsians in JPOG, the others being Cerratosaurus and Triceratops. Those are later on in the tour. We've also got Ankylosaurus and Edmontosaurus in here. I do like the Edmontosaurus in this game. I always like the design from the website, and I was kind of upset with it seeing in the film because I do like Edmontosaurus. It's this massive hadrosaur that lived alongside T-Rex, and I liked the idea of like, you know, a T-Rex trying to take down these guys, but just getting whacked in the face by that massive tail. See, it's not that hard to make animations not do that. Anyway. As much as I love this game, I don't... See, the thing is, this game's got so many issues that I can't really say I love it. I do really like it, I play it a lot, but... Like, I love JPOG, right? Because of how believable the animals in the one. And same, well, not really with Zoo Tycoon, but to some extent. But in this one, they're just so robotic that it's like... Even if some of the AI is a bit more complex. I mean, they don't even poo. JPOG one's pooed. These things don't. They don't even have bum holes. Anyway. But then again, it does have systems like the paleobotany system, which is something I quite like. But even then, it's just stats, which again just feels very robotic. Where are we going now? This is the Tyrannosaurus and Gallimimus enclosure, I believe. Oh, no, well, I guess we'll see the Ankylosaurus something like that. Right. And this one's supposed to be more desert, and that's why it's got 2 creatures that lived in more desert environments. But first we've got the Albertosaurus Enclosure. Now I wish the Albertosaurus had a much more screechy roar in this game, because I do love them. They are very, very... They're one of my favourite dinosaurs. Allosaurus and Albertosaurus are probably my favourite theropods. Because they're just perfect people-eating size, aren't they? Yeah. And I do quite like the design of this game, as much as the brow horns are a bit exaggerated. I really like the colours of them. And from what I remember, they've got accurately pronated wrists as well. Yep, their wrists are sideways. That's an Albertosaurus. Hold on. I was just so glad they added another Tyrannosaur. Because Tyrannosaurs are awesome. I think we can all agree. From, you know, things like Albertosaurus to... That's one that we don't have. Albertosaurus was going to be added to JPOG. But it's not in this, which is a shame. I'm hoping it's added in the sequel, because it's a very cool and unique guy. And there we are. See, now that's cool. Look at the flocking of the Gallimimus and then... Or if, as much as I don't really like the Gallimimus in the game, they're very... I don't know, the backs are always broken. That's one of the massive issues I have with this game is a lot of the animals just don't move right. So like the dinosaur, I'm just gonna turn music off because it's getting annoying. The large predators, they run with their like tails in the air, and it's like, why did they do that? They don't do that in the movies. It just looks really stupid in my opinion. They don't do it all the time, but it's like, oh, and when they get like low on health, I don't like, or like when they get scared or anything, I don't like how they droop their tails. It really annoys me. It's like, alright, I get it. It's a good way of showing that they're like agitated or stuff, or whatever. But like, come on, it just looks stupid. So yeah, I do have a lot of issues with this game, I'm not gonna lie, but like, it's cool nonetheless. Just like walking around and seeing your dinosaurs vibe is fun. It's just when you watch them for a long period, it gets a bit repetitive and a bit, you know, starting to notice like some glaring issues. I do love all the Gallimimus are huge though. Because everyone thinks Gallimimus is really small for some reason. It's like Triceratops. It's like, it might have be to do with JPOG, but no, Gallimimus is the largest ornament, I think. You know, excluding Dynonycus. There we have. I don't remember why I added. Oh no, yeah. I just wanted to add these guys because I love the Jurassic Park 3. That's pretty cool. The Jurassic Park 3 Brachiosaurus skins in this. They're just very cool, and I often use them as Brachiosaurus and the Jurassic Park skin as Giraffe Titan, because I'm pretty sure these guys are made to look more like Brachiosaurus itself, whereas the Jurassic Park one, of course, was Giraffe Titan. Quiet, all of you. They're approaching the Tyrannosaur paddock. Oh, of course we've got the toilet there. Everyone get out if you need to take a shit. I saw it go. Why did I hear it go? Okay. This is the Tyrannosaur paddock. I think this came out quite nicely. It's very open. I like giving my predators very big enclosures. And that was a good thing about the JPOG one, because the game Jurassic Park Genesis had a lot less dinosaurs in it because it was on PS2 and older computers. It had a lot less dinosaurs in it, yeah. I just said that. So it was quite fun to be able to have a lot of space saved up so I could make big enclosures like this. There's a T-Rex. Can't really see through the fence. I'll go into enclosure later. There's the other one. I think I've got the 2001, no, not 2001, 1998, the Lost World book skin and the Jurassic Park 3 skin. I'm not sure. I might be wrong. Oh no. I might have Rexy and the book skin. I love the book skin. Who doesn't? He's great. A little drifting. Alright. Which one's this? This is the... Okay, this is the Triceratops and Styracosaurus product. Kind of like a reference how you'd always house the Ceratopses together in Jurassic Park Operations. So this is supposed to be like a... kind of like a creek, or more like a craggy... You know, like a rocky kind of thing. You know? It's cool. And I always use the... what do you call it? The Jurassic Park Triceratops, because for some reason it's more accurate than the Jurassic World Triceratops, which is just odd. I find, like, the Jurassic Park Triceratops has scales, whereas the Jurassic World Triceratops, for some reason, has a much longer, droopier tail than Cerratosaurus, and a that's cool. That's very pretty. And a what do you call it? And like elephant skin, which of course dinosaurs didn't have because they're reptiles. They were either most of them were scaled, and if they weren't scaled, they had feathers. Or kind of like leathery scales. Kind of like, I guess monitor lizards would be a decent analog. Yeah, probably somewhere between crocodiles and stuff like that. See, there's the Triceratops looking beautiful. I love the Triceratops skins for the Jurassic Park, they're so cool. I love them. But yeah, another thing that annoys me is it tries to spook one. This is something that really annoys me about Jurassic World in general, is that, did you see what it did? It galloped. So you gotta remember, Triceratops, about 6 tons. It was heavier than an elephant, right? It wasn't galloping. And the thing that annoys me most about it is you wouldn't see that in the old films. In none of the old films do you see, because in the old films, especially with the movement of the dinosaurs, they were trying to be as realistic as possible. So the Triceratops at most trotted. You see it in the Lost World when it takes out when it's like destroying the InGen camp. Same with the Stegosaurus in the same film. So I don't know why on earth they decided, you know, we're gonna make them gallop. And it's like, no, you don't have 6-ton animals gallop. That's another issue with this game specifically. It's a lot of dinosaurs, the way they move, it's very weightless. You know what I mean? Like, they move in a way that doesn't have much weight to it. The raptors are like one exception, funnily enough, because they're compared to the other dinosaurs, they're quite light. But something like T-Rex moves. God, pardon me. Excuse me. Something like T-Rex moves like a big cat, which it's way too heavy to do that. So it's like, alright, it's just weird. Darksaurus in, lovely. I think what we've got next is, no, I don't know where I'm going. We've got a medium kind of, I think this is the Cerratosaurus Enclosure, and there's a Cerratosaurus blocking our path. Nice. You can't really tell, but like, a lot of these are supposed to be a bit more sandy, but I might have gone a bit far with the grass. Because I like putting the dinosaurs from like the Morrison Formation, so the North American Jurassic ones, in like a kind of savanna-y exhibit, like kind of biome. So because those guys, they would have lived in like a prehistoric savanna. It would have been semi-arid, so I like doing that, like being authentic. So that's why the guys from Hell Creek are in like a swamp. I don't see him. We'll have a look again when we come back round. Because right now, they seem to be evading us. What's in here? Ooh, large carnivore. I think this is the Giganotosaurus exhibit. And what annoys me about this game as well is the Giganotosaurus. For some reason, the textures on it are just so bad compared to all other dinosaurs in the game. They're like, it's really weird. This has also got a Compes and Dryosaurus and I think a Malacephaly in it. Yep. I promise I don't have coronavirus. Hello, buddy. See, people really underestimate Giganotosaurus' size. Anyway, also about the Giganotosaurus, the design is like, why is its jaw so thin? It's really stupid. Why is it? And people get annoyed when you complain about games like this, but like, it's called constructive criticism, right? Like, because I know they're making a new one, so I'm like, I want them to improve this, and so I can enjoy the game more. So, it's not a bad thing, and this is like a It's supposed to be like a dried up riverbed kind of thing. I think I just heard him. Is that one over there? It's hard to see through the fence, especially in this light. Yep, I think it is. They are cool though. They are pretty cool. Same with the Giganotosaurus. I'm also a bit meh on. It does look like some depictions of it, but like, it's just a bit fat. But the thing is, it's a carnosaur. Carnosaurs were quite, compared to Tyrannosaurs, they were very slim. Well, other than, you know, compared to things like Tarbosaurus or T-Rex, which were both quite bulky. T-Rex more so. I didn't really see them, but I'll take a look later. This is the Acrocanthosaurus. The Acrocanthosaurus has grown on me. I quite like it, but I'd prefer it if it looked more like a Giganotosaurus. Giganotosaurus itself, with like its skull shape and stuff, with its very Giganotosaurus-esque skull shape, is very cool looking. It's very cool. And it's got its proper like shark teeth like a Giganotosaurus. There's one. I forget which skin I gave these. I really love the base skin, the nose skin for these guys, because it looks like Rexy from Dinosaur King, with the like with the red and yellow stripe on it. Yeah. Alright, so that's that. There we go. More acro. Okay, cool. I need to get back into Primal Carnage because they're bringing out Cerratosaurus and all those other things. There's Yellowsaurus, Big Al, Speaker Devil. Yeah, I am gonna make a Big Al thing at some point, and in that, you know, it's gonna be Big Al. I'm also probably gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna have all the Allosauruses, like in Big Al, be blue or have them be sexually dimorphic, but I guess we'll find out. Parasaurolophus, and I think it's Parasaurolophus, Coryphosaurus, and Myosaur in here. So you can see the Cerratosaurus out. Wait. Ooh. There they are. The horny bastards. I think there's 3 of them in here. Or actually, there might be 4. No, I think there's. Oh, actually, there might be 2, because I remember I might have made the enclosure a bit small. But yeah. No, I do quite like the Ceratosaurus. What's interesting is they're different from the. They're more accurate than the Jurassic Park 3 ones. Because they've got the little horns above their eyes. I think the term is hornlets. And they've got some Coryphosaurus chilling. Hello, buddy. Got a bit close. What I wish is that all dinosaurs rams you, like if you get too close, or if the Hadrosaurs kicked you, because that's something in this game. This game perpetuates the myth that Hadrosaurs are completely defenseless. They're not. It's like a horse. Hadrosaurs would have been like horses, right, in my house. You know, they seem defenseless, but, you know, they can give you a hefty kick, right? Or they can do a massive tail. And the Parasaurolophus, I think these are is that the Jurassic Park 3 skin? I'm not sure. Quite dark skins. I think with these guys I just guessed which skin to use. Very, very pretty noises. That's a tree, okay. This one I think was meant to be a bit more like a coastal swamp kind of vibe. What I do love about this game now is the customization that the trees and that have given you lets you make a lot of very unique looking enclosures. I just want to put Myosaur in here. Yeah, there they are. I actually really like the Myosaur in this game. You know, Mother Lizard, it's a good Mother Lizard. It's a cool dinosaur. But it is bittersweet because like you've got Myosaur in it, and you don't have breeding. Like you've got the archetypal breeding dinosaur, the dinosaur that showed that dinosaurs care for their young. Because I'm pretty sure it was because either, or was it? I'm trying to remember. I think the reason they knew Myosaur looked after its young was because the like young in the nest weren't just hatchlings; they were like of multiple different age groups. So like you had eggs, you had hatchlings, you had dinosaurs about a year old. That, and also I'm pretty sure they found fossilized bits of like wood and stuff. So it was like the plant matter. So hello, buddy. So they knew they were feeding them, so they were bringing food back to them from the young. And I think. Right, so now we've got to go back around Tyrannosaurus, just like in the movie. An interesting thing about the movie is, for some reason, they switched out Triceratops, who was like being ill, for Stegosaurus. Now, I bet this was just personal choice by like Steven Spielberg or something, and like Steven Spielberg probably just likes Triceratops more, and maybe Michael Crichton likes Stegosaurus more. Then again, Triceratops in the book also gets like stuff seen with the baby, feeding where Lex feeds the baby and all that. Which I guess was given to Stegosaurus in the second film, so. Yeah. There it is. I do like the T-Rex in this game, I'm not gonna lie. She's pretty cool. Alright, that's odd. I'm not gonna question why that's happening. Don't interrupt what I've got now, okay. What's up there? What's it doing? Is it like standing still or something? Oh no, don't tell me. Don't tell me. See, this is the thing. If it's doing what I think it is, and just standing, yeah. This is the issue with having animation loops like this, and this kind of AI system, is it just causes issues like this, where your dinosaurs get stuck in animation loops constantly. It's very, very annoying. I think I'll stay out the car now and just give the tour like this. Just make it a bit faster, and also you can just see more, can't you? Alright, let's have a look at the T-Rexes then. Where are the big beauties? I think this is definitely the buck skin, isn't it? Okay. I like giving like big theropod the kind of big hill. I think the idea comes from Prehistoric Park, because the T-Rexes do not have like a hill to themselves. But you know, it can go up here and look over the forest and over its domain. I think this one might be the Rexy skin. I'm not sure, I'll check. The 1993 T-Rex skin. Might be wrong. No, this is actually the Jurassic Park 3 skin. Oh, I say one of the Jurassic Park 3 skins, okay. And then this is this is, I'm guessing, the bull skin. Very, very green. Lovely. Okay. Go back into capture mode. We've got a big pool here. See if we can see the Brachiosauruses again, just Part 3 ones. I can hear it behind me. There it is, look. Ooh. Okay. I don't know why. I just kind of like these guys being here. It kind of looks like the free roaming, doesn't it? Which I always like the idea of having Brachiosaurus free roaming. I wish we could do that in JPOG. Which actually, you could have your Drysaurus and Gallimimus free roaming, which, given the size, is kind of mental. Like, given the size of Drysaurus, about the size of a pony, and Gallimimus is about the size of a freaking horse, or even bigger. It's or a rhino, more like. It's kind of mental that in that game you could have those free roaming, but you can't have Homalocephaly free roaming. Jesus, in this one. I also think the Homalocephaly in was a bit oversized in JPOG. Alright, moving on. To quote the dude from Night Museum. What's three we got? Is the Cerratosaurus and Gallimimus Enclosure again? Yes, it is. So yeah, you can see how I tried to make the biomes better from this angle. So this is supposed to be like a kind of deserty savanna enclosure, which is kind of like what Gallimimus and Tyrannosaurus would have lived in. Tyrannosaurus obviously lived in and around the River of Giants, where a lot of big stuff live, such as Spinosaurus itself, which is cool. We've got some Spinosaurus in this park, of course, because they were in JPOG. That's another thing. Spinosaurus in JPOG was huge, and it looked huge, and it felt huge. You know, it was like, look here. This is a creature that, yes, Albertosaurus is lightweight, but like, it still weighs like a couple of tons. So it's kind of mental that it just doesn't feel big. I also don't think they actually shape like the Earth, which is kind of insane. But the thing is, I do remember doing that. They might have removed it. I don't know. Where am I going now? I have no idea. What is this place? Where's the track? There's the track. Okay. We're going back through here, and I think this is the Ankylosaurus paddock. And yeah, there you go. You can see the Ankylosaurus. Through here we've got Baryonyx. I love Baryonyx. Baryonyx is one of my favourite dinosaurs. I got Baryonyx in Ark, and then it died. I got really upset with it because I called it Chippy, as in a fish and chip shop, because it's British and it eats fish. I thought it was quite an ingenious design, and I very much liked it. And yeah, then it died because it by fall damage. So that kind of sucked. Where the bloody hell am I in Ankylosaurus? Is that one up there? No. Ankylosaurus, where are you? Sorry for breaking your immersion, guys. Oh, they're right in the middle of this clusterfuck. Okay. Oh yeah, this one's called Turbo Man. What's this guy called? No, that's Ed. This one's called Terminator. So they're both Arnold Schwarzenegger characters. Turbo Man. I love Turbo Man. Jingle All the Way is the best Arnold Schwarzenegger from Change of Mind. Yeah, what creature we're fine. I love the freaking. I love this skin. That one's okay. This one, just the green. It's very counter shade looking, which of course we know Ankylosaurus were because what do you call it? Boreal power. Well, Nodosaurs. Yeah. I also love the face markings. That's it's a very nice touch. The skins for all the these guys are really good. Unlike the skins for the Edmontosauruses. Just gonna say it. What's going on here? Yeah, I'll do the same animation. Oh yeah. That doesn't break immersion at all. Alright, Baryonyx. So Baryonyx have got like a little, kind of like a coastal kind of, like lake kind of vibe. I like the Baryonyx. Well, as much as I don't like the Baryonyx because they're really inaccurate for an animal that we've known basically what it looks like for about, well, as long as we've known it existed. So I think it was discovered in the 90s, maybe 80s, I can't remember. But then again, I also do like this design because it's like, it's very InGen-y, because it looks like they've taken crocodile DNA and combined it with it, which is pretty cool. I'll give you that. So here's one thing that really annoys me about it. Where are you? Is it like, look at that. Look at that. Does that claw look heavy to you? No. Obviously Baryonyx meaning heavy claw. It just looks a bit diminutive. Don't you, mate? Yeah, annoys me. Annoys me very much. You can't catch fish with that, mate. And it's not hooked enough. It's not, because Baryonyx basically had a raptor claw in its hand. Very cool. Tell you what. A group of dinosaurs that I'd love to see in one of the movies is Megaraptors, Megaraptorans. So stuff like Megaraptor. Because they were just like, I don't know, they were just cool. They're just massive hands, massive claws. They were very cool. Kind of like Spinosaurus, but they were less specialized for eating fish, and they were probably just more a generalist predator. Spinosaurus. Very, very cool. Very cool. I do like how they added the physical video. That was a nice touch. But I do wish the Pteranodon had a feeding animation. That's like, I do quite like the Avia, and I like how it was done and how it was implemented. But it does annoy me that it's like it's just a bit. All they do is fly around. It's like you could have easily just given them one animation that's like they swoop down into the river, pick up a fish spawns in the mouth, and then like, is that really that hard? I'm kind of hoping they do some feeders, but nah, they can just look pretty. That's fine. And this one is the Sauropod Enclosure, I believe. I think this is the last paddock. And there's so many different names for like places that hold animals. So you've got enclosure, you've got paddock, you've got exhibit, you know, all sorts. So this one's much more open. It's supposed to be like a Morrison formation kind of thing. So you've got there's your Apatosaurus, which is also horribly inaccurate for no reason. Anyway. That's something that annoys me about the new Jurassic World movies. A lot of dinosaurs are really inaccurate for no reason because they haven't been, like, it's fine for the raptors and the T-Rex and all that because they're, you know, it's continuity, you know, that's why they look like they do. But the Apatosaurus, there's no real reason for it to be so inaccurate. You know, unless you say, oh, it's going with the Jurassic Park kind of style, which is, I guess, kind of fair enough. But, yeah, the Camarasaurus, I do like because they're quite good looking. I don't like this. I don't understand why its tail is like this. Yeah, it annoys me. A lot of the dinosaurs have like weird. Like, see, it should be like that, but for some reason it's all droopy like that. Weird. I don't like it. Yeah, a lot of the dinosaurs have weird like proportions like that. I'm so glad that we got the high tail Stegosaurus because for some reason, for some god unknown reason, Jurassic World decided to change the design for Stegosaurs and make them less accurate than they were. It's really weird. It's really, really weird. No, I forgot I had the Diplodocus in here. I guess they were cut as well from JPOG. So was the Apatosaurus. That's a cool shot. That's a very, very cool shot. Very majestic. Lovely. I do like the Camarasaurus. They're very cool. They're like just like shorter Brachiosauruses. I've always seen Camarasaurus like a mini Brachiosaurus. Stegosaurus there. There's one. Diplodocus being majestic. I do like the Diplodocus in the game. I just kind of wish they had lighter skins. Or like, yeah. Maybe the texture. That's another thing. Some of these dinosaurs in this game have really nice textures, and other ones have a bit meh ones. Most notably the Giganotosaurus. But yeah, it's just odd. It's just odd. It's like a lot of most of DLC dinosaurs have really nice textures and really nice skins, so like Cerratosaurus. But then you have something like Cerratosaurus, which irks me more because you've got to pay extra for it. Like, with the Cretaceous Dinosaur Pack, the Dreadnoughtus is barely a Dreadnoughtus, so it's like, why did you make it look like that? I don't know. It's obviously made it look like that to fit the rig of the Brachiosaurus, but like there's mods that have got decent Dreadnoughtuses that are completely fine. And there's a remake of the Dreadnoughtus that's, you know, very accurate. It looks beautiful. It's got a very fat neck and it's awesome looking. But so I don't see why Frontier couldn't have done that. It's odd. Like, they have made some odd design choices. Like they've gone for really like hyper accurate dinosaurs when it comes to stuff like Homalocephalae, Dryosaurus, and Iguanodon, and Metriacanthosaurus, and most notably Centaurosaurus and Montosaurus, where they've even incorporated really recent studies into them with the crests and all that. But then you have dinosaurs like Dreadnoughtus and Acrocanthosaurus and Giganotosaurus, which are seriously off. You know, like they look nothing like their fossil counterparts. It's just a bit odd. It's just very odd. Yeah. Which one's this? This is the Raptor Enclosure, which seemingly has no raptors in it. Good, good, good. And things that a goat. But no, but yeah, no, I do like the game, but I feel like the sequel could do a lot better. Like, and fix a lot of the issues this game has. Because according to the leak, apparently the reason we're going to get a sequel is because someone at Frontier who, provided the leaker with the information said, we can't fix this game, so we're going to make a new one, which sucks, but hey, at least they're doing it. Also, and then compare that to that. Like, I don't get how you can have textures that look that good close up, even that close up, they're pretty decent, compared to textures that look like that close up. It's like, what? Oh god, the rocks! Don't get me started on the rocks. Like, I'm glad they're here, but come on. Like, yes, at least we have them, but like, I can still complain about it. Not to mention, with the amount of money this game made, it's fair to complain about it, because Frontier could definitely afford to fix it. But anyway, let's not think about the negatives in the game, and look at the positives. For example, beautiful Iguanodon. I love the Iguanodon in this game. It's definitely one of the best dinosaurs in this game. And it's still very unique. And it's just pretty. It's also got really good skins. And like, these two look like the Walker Dinosaur skins, which is cool. Because of course in Walker Dinosaurs there was two species that were on one. There was the North American species and the European species. These are just cool. It's starting to rain again. Lovely. It's making weird grunts. It's making me go. Oh, there's also Pentasaurus in here, isn't there? Because Pentasaurus is in JPOG as well. Very cool. I always like Pentasaurus. Pentasaurus in this game is oversized. I'm pretty sure in JPOG it was... actually, it might have also been oversized in JPOG. So yeah, very nice. So yeah. And I think, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to end on that note of... I wanted to end on a note of a happy note of pretty Cerratosaurus walking through each other. But, I mean, not walking through each other. But no. I just realised how long these guys' necks are. Also, look at this. Look at that. You see, right, I am zoomed in as far as possible now. Look at how good these textures look close. What? What is... I don't get it. Why is, like, some of it really good and then others are just... Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's look at that. Listen to the rain. It's all very beautiful, very majestic. Yeah. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be the end of the stream / video. I hope you enjoyed this little tour, this little look around. And yeah, see you in the next one. Peace. Yeah, you're all very loud. Nice.